Side plank from the hand. So all that means is our support is not going to come from the elbow, it's going to come from the hand now. So from here I'm going to stack my feet, have my hands just underneath my shoulder, fingers running in the direction of the head. All right, I'm going to press my hands through the floor, keeping my hips up nice and high, and support the position. I'm not slouching on the shoulder, I'm driving the hand through the floor. Now if this position's hard from a balance standpoint, or we want to get a little bit more focus from our adductors of our top leg, we're going to stagger the feet just like so, pressing my foot flat on the floor. Now I have a straight line from my head to the heel of the back foot. Short lever side plank from the hand. So getting into my short lever side plank position, my knees are bent and my hand is going to be under my shoulder now. Fingers running in the direction of the head. Putting my hand on my hip, I'm going to press through the floor on my hand and lift the hips. Now if I want to get a little bit more of an adduction component from the top leg, I'm going to extend my top leg, put my foot nice and flat on the floor, and breathe. So here I get a little bit more support from that top leg, okay? And I can focus on breathing, long exhale, and bringing the ribs down towards the ribs as I exhale. Again, I want to make sure I'm not slouching into the shoulder. I want to drive my hand through the floor, supporting nice from that rotator cuff. Dumbbell side plank Powell raise. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to make sure that the shape is perfect. If the side plank doesn't look good, we shouldn't even have the dumbbell in our hand. The next thing is we can do the Powell raise from any of the side plank variations we've already seen. Let's look at it from elbow supported long lever side plank. So long lever, my legs are straight, and elbow supported, I'm lifting from the elbow. So from here I'm going to grab my dumbbell at the level of the shoulder, not above, not below. I'm going to keep my hips up nice and high, straight line, and punch that dumbbell up towards the ceiling. Now, as I punch that dumbbell up towards the ceiling, I want to make sure the shape of my side plank is not changing. And as I get to this top point, I'm pulling my shoulder blades down and back. So that looks like this. I want to see down and back, not up. I want to make sure that I'm not shrugging as I pull that dumbbell up to the top position. Side plank row. So there are many different variations we can do the side plank row. Today I'm going to show you how we can fix it with a kettlebell and pull with a super band. But you can also use a functional trainer like a Kaiser or a pulley machine. So first of all, the side plank is the most important part of this movement. If the side plank doesn't look good, we shouldn't even be rowing. Okay, the next thing is we can do it from any of the side plank variations we've already seen. Could be from the elbow, could be from the hand, could do it in the short position or the long position. Whatever you'd want to use, we can add that with the row. So I'm going to grab onto my weight here, legs nice and straight, push through that elbow, my hips are nice and high, and I'm going to row. So you don't necessarily need to rotate. You can keep the thumb fixed, or I can go thumb towards the head, and as I pull, thumb towards the ceiling. Thumb towards the head, thumb towards the ceiling. Making sure that as I row, I'm pulling my shoulder down and back. I don't want to shrug. Okay, so as I pull, I want that shoulder blade to come down and back, not up. So again, make sure that the side plank shape looks good. Then from there, we can go into the rowing position. Side plank adduction with hip flexion isometric. So what we're going to do here is we want to make sure our side plank adduction looks flawless. So I want a straight line from head to heel, and I want my hips to be nice and high, okay? Once we've done that position for long enough and we feel very comfortable, now we can get into a more challenging position by flexing the hip. So getting in my same position here, I'm going to lift the feet up off the ground, they're nice and together, hips are high, and now I'm going to bring the knee up. So now I'm in this position here where one hip is extended and the other hip is flexed. So in this position right now, my heel is off the knee. I could even bring my heel towards my knee and press up, getting a little bit more activation and hold control with that bottom side. So that's the side plank adduction with hip flexion isometric. Now let's see what it looks like with just hip flexion. Okay, so now we're going to have a little bit more rhythm here. So nice and long, hips up, and I'm just going to move. Flex the hip. I'm trying to bring the knee to or above hip level, and I want to make sure my side plank position does not change. Okay, I'm still staying straight, okay, and my hips are still staying high. That shape should not change throughout the whole movement. Miniband side plank adduction with hip flexion. So here, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our miniband. It should be light, okay? We wanna make sure we have something that we can actually move and we're not gonna compensate through the movement. So I'm gonna put that band around my feet, just on the shoelaces. From there, I'm gonna put my top foot onto the box, get into my side plank adduction position. All right, and from here, it's the same movements that we did before if we wanna do an isometric or if we wanna rep it out here. Notice how I'm keeping my toes up as I pull that band. And I'm still trying to aim for the knee to break the plane of the hip or slightly above.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Stay up to date with what's happening in the gym and learn more on how you can crush your fitness goals by going to DMPFIT.com. There you'll have access to the latest articles, videos, and links to my social media pages. If you're interested in joining the DMPFIT community, be sure to like and hit the subscribe button. We'd love your support.